See, this categorization, what I say, types of lateral earth pressure is based on movement of wall with respect to backfill. Please, all of you listen carefully. Different types of lateral earth pressure. It is originally this concept is discussed by Terjagi. Professor Terjagi is worked on identification of different types of lateral earth pressure. For that, he has conducted one model experiment in his laboratory. The way he has done actually, he observed the movement of wall, the way the wall is moving. With respect to, see, backfill, see, for example, see, this is retaining wall, as you know. This wall is moving away from the backfill. So now you see this soil backfill. When you observe this, it is exerting pressure on retaining wall, no doubt. So now this is, see, once this backfill is imposing pressure on retaining wall, the wall is trying to move. The wall is, I will show you with my hand, the wall is trying to move away from the backfill, away from the backfill. He observed this phenomena. And not only this, he has observed that sometimes wall is moving towards the backfill. And sometimes what he observed, wall is not at all moving. Wall is not moving anyway. So he observed three kinds of situations. When he has done an experiment, he has taken one wooden plank. So you can do at your home also, you can do this experiment. So it doesn't cost anything. Professor Terjagi has taken one wooden block. So behind the wooden block, he filled with some soil, sandy soil, to be frank, sandy soil. So then he observed that once he is filling this wall, once he is filling the wall, once he is filling the back of the wall is trying to move. The wall is trying to move. So wall is trying to move away from the backfill. Then he named this as active earth pressure. Now, in the other way, see, he has done a wonderful study. When the wall is moving towards, sometimes you see if you did backfilling here also, you may call it is front filling now. So now you see what will happen now. What will happen now? Now what will happen if you fill the soil here at the front of the wall? Now wall is moving. You see what I would like to tell you. Wall is moving towards the backfill now. So now this could be happen. This is what I would like to call passive earth pressure. So now you see wall is moving towards the backfill. Wall is moving towards the backfill. This could be happen. That's why this side we use it to write passive force, and this side we use it to write active force. Now you see sometimes the wall is rigidly connected. For example, let me draw a figure. So this is an abutment, you know that. This is another abutment. So it was rigidly connected with slab. It is rigidly connected with slab. Now one can see now the two walls are rigidly connected. the state of the stress here is at rest. So wall is not moving away or wall is not moving towards the backfill. This could happen. This is also possible. This at the pressure is called wall is not moving. Wall is not moving anyway. Then it is called at the pressure at rest. At the pressure at rest. So now there are three types of at the pressures. Let me tell you now. One is active earth pressure. The second one is passive earth pressure, PP, and the last one is at the pressure at rest. So are you okay now? So there are three types of earth pressure. Three types of earth pressure. This categorization is done by Terjagi. So the basis for these types of earth pressure, I am trying to explain you with movement of wall with respect to backfill. So based on movement of wall, see if the wall is moving away from the backfill. Now what pressure is acting on wall now? What pressure is acting when the wall is moving away from the backfill? So active force. So this I would like to call active force. So the pressure acting, the pressure exerted by the soil on retaining wall is now active. Now coming to this side. So coming to this side, that is front side. So now the pressure is acting. The pressure is acting. Now anyone say in lateral direction? No doubt the pressure is acting in lateral direction. Now the wall is moving towards the backfill. Now the wall is moving towards the backfill. Now see, wall is not moving anywhere because it is rigidly connected with a slab. Now it is not moving. Now what is the state of the stress here? At the pressure at rest. At the pressure at rest. In regular, when you constructed a wall, many times people asking this question. So I have constructed one wall. The purpose of this wall is, to support this earth. This is depth of amendment. Now someone can ask me, so can you show me an active force and passive force in this diagram? This is retaining wall. This is backfill. Now can anyone ask me how to calculate active force? This side is active force. This side you can expect passive force. So one thing I would like to tell you, how to calculate force of Ka gamma H square. So now how to calculate PP, passive force of Kp gamma, I would like to call this is D, Kp gamma D square. So what is Ka? What is Kp? And moreover, what is K naught? So I will tell you what is Ka. Ka is active at the pressure coefficient. Now it is your time. What is Kp? Please try to respond. I am waiting for you. So one side you can this force is trying to move the wall away from the backfill. This force is trying to move the wall towards the backfill. I hope you got my point. This is backfill. This is backfill. This soil is backfill. This is wall, retaining wall. Simply we are writing R wall, retaining wall. Can anyone say what is Kp? What is K naught? It is your time now. Please tell me. Are you there? More than 50 students are in class. So you are absolutely correct. Passive earth pressure coefficient. So Kp is passive earth pressure coefficient. Now what about K naught? K naught. Naught means zero. Here someone can ask me, what is zero? What is zero? I will tell you, zero means no movement of wall. There is no yielding of wall. Wall is not moving anyway. Here 0 means, someone can ask me what is 0? 0 having meaning. 0 means wall is not moving anyway. So the movement of the wall is 0. The movement of the wall is 0. Now in this case, we use it to write K0 means coefficient of earth pressure. Coefficient of, as you know, K is coefficient of earth pressure. Coefficient of earth pressure at rest. At rest. So we have two pressures, we have three pressures and three earth pressure coefficients. Whenever you want to calculate active force, you need to multiply with Ka. Whenever you want passive force, you need to multiply with Kp. Now you can ask me, sir, how to calculate capital P0, at rest force of K0 gamma H square. So how to calculate Ka, Kp, K0 is the remaining portion in this today's class. So this is a detailed discussion about what is lateral earth pressure and what are different types of lateral earth pressure. So it is the time I can tell you there are three types of lateral earth pressure. One is active, second is passive, the third one is earth pressure at rest. See, I will give you an example, a condition where active force is exerting. Here you see, if you see this retaining wall, what is the duty of the retaining wall? It has to retain this soil. So now you see this backfill is retained by this retaining wall, but this backfill is trying to exert force on retaining wall in a horizontal direction. See this force, what happened once this force is acting, the wall is moving like this. I will show you with little graphics. See, wall is moving like this. So now you cannot expect the same position now. It is translated now. It is translated. Now this is the contribution of active force. What about passive force? What about passive force? So you see in this direction, you see now the wall is moving towards the backfill. That is passive force. So we need to balance this active and passive. That is what I say, static equilibrium. If you balance active and passive force, as long as your wall is stable, your wall is stable. Otherwise, if you see, if you are having excessive active force, the wall is in struggle. The wall will be what I say. This may be in sliding. This may be in overturning. Sometimes you see it may overturn. You can see my graphics. So overturning means you see this is the wall. It may slide like this, or it may overturn like this. So that's why we need to design the retaining wall with the due consideration of active force and passive force. So one is what I say, driving force. Active force is a driving force. What I say, unstabilizing force. Passive force is the stabilizing force. So your active force should be balanced with passive force for the stable design of the earth retaining structure, like retaining wall. So now the thing is, you see, there may be an excessive active or passive, whatever. Then we use it to connect this with other structure. Then the soil is not in moving. So that is I would like to call at rest. So if you are not allowing wall to move, means it should be rigidly connected. You construct one beam and connect with the neighboring structure. Then there is no chance of movement of the wall. Then I would like to call it as at rest, 0. K0. K0 means 0. 0 means no movement of wall. No, I will write here because I never hesitate to write no movement of wall. Movement. It's very important in English. I'm telling movement. Movement means kadalika. Movement. It's not movement.